Hey everyone, how are you guys doing? First, I am going in with my L'Oreal True Match Lumi Foundation in the shade N1 to 2. I like to dot that all over my face, and then I will blend that in with my Sigma F80 flat kabuki brush. So I've been absent here on YouTube for, it's been a couple years now already. But I am so happy to be back, and so happy you guys are watching this tutorial now. My plan is to have one new video to you guys at least once a week. Hopefully I'll be able to deliver on that, but I am back, I am committed, and I'll have a video up soon explaining why I was gone for so long as well. Next, I'm going in with my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in the shade Fair Neutral. I'm going to put that under my eyes in a V shape, and then I am going to buff that and blend that out with my Beauty Blender. I've since switched to a different favorite concealer, but this was my favorite go-to back in the day. Still a very good concealer if you're looking for one. Very lightweight, good coverage. Next, I am pulling out my Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit, and I am dipping into the shade Vanilla, which is the light highlighting shade, and I am using that shade to set my under eyes. And then I'm going to set my entire face with the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Light. And I'm using my Morphe Giant E1 brush to buff that into my skin. I had very oily skin at the time I recorded this video because this footage is actually old and I never edited it. So I went back, I edited it, and I'm uploading it for you now. There was no sense in losing it. It was still a good tutorial. Next, I'm putting on the Urban Decay Eye Primer Potion, and I'm going to rub that into my eyelids. I have very oily eyelids, so this helps mattify them and keep my shadow from creasing all day long. My favorite go-to, the BH Cosmetics Carli Bybel collaboration palette. This smaller palette is actually no longer available, but the bigger palette, which does have all these shades, is. I'm using that lightest shade with a big flat brush, and I am buffing that all over my lid to set the primer and create a nice smooth base for the other shadows. Next, I'm using those two shadows, and those will be going into my crease. The lighter of the two first, and the crease brush I am using is the Morphe M433. After you've buffed in the first shade, I am going back in with the darker one, and I am laying that in directly into the crease. I don't like to take the darker shades too far up my brow bone. Next, I am taking this gorgeous shimmery shade with a flat eyeshadow brush, and I am packing that onto my lid. So now that I'm back, I would absolutely love to hear your comments. I want to improve, and I want to bring you tutorials that you want to see. So drop me a comment below, let me know what kind of tutorials you want to see from me. And be sure to hit the subscribe button if you are not a subscriber already. And don't forget to hit that bell so you know when I upload. I went back into that light shade with a big fluffy brush, and I am just lightly going over the very top of my brow bone to blend out the shadow to give it a very seamless look up at the top. We don't want it to look like a mess. And now I'm taking a very, very small dome brush and using those two crease shades together and just smudging that lightly underneath my eyes. This helps the look really connected and cohesive. Alright, I am going to do my eyeliner off camera, but I am showing you using a long brush how I line up the guideline to my winged eyeliner. I use the corner of my nose and I line it up with the corner of my eye and I draw a little guideline. It really helps to give it a nice clean look, and it's a great cheat if you're not very good at winged liner or you're still learning. I use it all the time. Next, I'm going into this highlighting shade and I am just popping the highlight onto the top of my cheekbone. And even though this is a really inexpensive palette, the highlight is awesome. It really is smooth, it's not too glittery, and it is not scratchy. I'm also putting that highlight shade in the very inner corners of my eye just to brighten up the eyes and brighten up the look just a little bit. Next, I'm using the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and I'm using the Luxie 504 brush, and I am just going to bronze out my face, kind of where I would also contour, just to give me a little bit of warmth. I'm a pale girl, and my bronzer is necessary. I also put a good amount along my hairline on my forehead. It helps give it a little bit of a smaller look. I have a very big forehead, so anything that helps make it just a teeny bit smaller, that's okay with me. Next, I'm using the MAC blush in the shade Melba. It's kind of a mauve-y shade, but it also looks good with almost any makeup look. It's kind of that, if you're gonna pick one blush shade from MAC to get, this would definitely be on the top of the list. And I also filled in my brows off camera because, let's be real, we would be here forever if I did that on camera. And I am on my lips putting on the ColourPop Lippy Stick in the shade Cookie. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell if you'd like notifications. I'm so happy to be back, and I can't wait to bring you guys amazing looks.